Hello you lovely lot and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mahsa and Happy New Year! It's been a while. In fact, it's been a very long while. I'm really sorry I've been gone for a good few months now. I ended up getting really burnt out over Christmas and I just needed to take some time to recover, and then I got sick because of course I always get ill around New Year, and yeah, things just got away from me. But hello, welcome, thanks for being here and sticking through this with me. I can't believe it's a new year and that we are going to be setting some goals. I'm very excited, so let's just sort of get into this. So I'm a very firm believer in just setting goals whenever you feel inspired, whenever you've got the motivation, whenever there's something in your life that you want to change or you want to improve, or there's a new habit that you want to set. Don't feel like you have to set New Year's goals just because it's the new year and everyone else is doing it. Only set them if it's something that you actually really want to do. Hence why I am setting my goals now. We are 3 weeks, I believe, into January. It might be the 4th week of January. Honestly, I don't know at this point. But we are very far into January and that's okay. So let's get into the new system that I'm going to be using this year. Every year when I go to set my New Year's goals or resolutions, I sort of break it down into 4 different categories, and that is career, business, health, and finance. Life and general well-being and personal and everything goes under health, I guess. So these 4 categories are the main categories that I have my goals in, and I usually end up with an excessively long list of things that I think I want to change in all these different categories, and that doesn't usually really work out for me. It gets to a couple of months in and I, like a lot of us out there, I end up losing steam. I get bored, frankly, and some of them by the end of the year don't even apply. Like the goals that I'd set for myself don't even apply anymore because it's not something that I want to do anymore. If you think about it, trying to plan a year in advance, it's really far, in my opinion, and my attention span can't handle it. Which is why I ended up reading a book last year, and I think this is going to really help me. So the book that I read is The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington, and what I love about this is the tagline. And I read more than the tagline, I just want to put this out there, but the tagline is, get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. And I usually do take my goals and break them down into like quarterly things that I want to achieve, but I just think it's still too many things that I'm trying to focus on. So the 12-week year is about changing your mindset from an annual mindset into a quarterly mindset, i.e. 12 weeks. So instead of a full year being 12 months, so you've got 12 months to get everything done, you now only have 12 weeks. So each week is kind of a month and then it breaks down from there. And what I really like about this system is that it kind of gives you an opportunity to pick and choose parts of your life that you want to work on and improve in like a short, intensive amount of time, and then you can move on to different things. And that's sort of how I'm going to be using it. If you are a fan of setting goals and productivity and trying to improve your mindset and how you set goals and achieve goals, then I would really recommend checking this book out. Or if you want, there is so many videos that summarize everything in this book so beautifully and so eloquently on YouTube that you can just search up. They would do a significantly better job than I would do, which is why I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm just going to mention some of the things that I'm taking from this book and I'm going to be using to set my goals. So if you want a more in-depth summary of what the actual book is about and all of the ways that you can implement the 12-week year into your life, then it's just a very quick YouTube search away, because there's so many videos that are amazing out there. So the first kind of part that I took from this is that you need to have a vision of what you want your life to be, and it needs to be something that you're really emotionally connected to, where you're like, this is what I want my life to be. So you start with imagining your life 10 years from now, and you do this in an exceptional amount of detail is how you're supposed to do it. So you become really emotionally connected to it and really emotionally invested in your own future. So 10 years from now, it's 2034. It'll be 2034, and you are going to think about what your life is like now. So what house are you living in? What kind of house is it? How many bedrooms does it have? Does it have that dream feature that you've always wanted? For me, it's a library. My house will have a library at some point. What area is your house in? Or what kind of car are you driving? What is your family home life situation? Do you have children? How many children do you have? What job are you doing? What's your income? What's your lifestyle? Basically, you are going in as much detail as you can about where you see your life and your future 10 years from now. And then we're going to use that clear vision, and then we're going to work backwards. So then if that's where you want to be in 10 years, then where do you need to be in 5 years, and then 3 years, and then 1 year? And then we are going to take the 1 year vision that we have and basically break it down into what needs to happen in the 12 weeks to either set you up or put you on the correct path or get you to where you want to be. So I did all of that, and I did my yearly vision board. I probably should have done a quarterly one, but I just ended up doing a yearly one because it was going to be a lot of pictures to print out, and this gives me a really clear vision of what it is that I'm actually working towards. Last year was the first time that I'd done a vision board, and I think you could really tell that it was the first vision board that I had ever made, because it wasn't necessarily cohesive. There wasn't necessarily much vision to it, believe it or not, but it was just a bunch of pictures that I thought I wanted. I think I took a lot more time with it this year when I really thought about, okay, what is the vibe? What do I want to feel and emotions? And I am obsessed with this year's vision board. It is, in my opinion, just everything I want, which, you know, is what it's supposed to be. But the vibes are amazing. It's all about being happy and content and relaxed and enjoying time with your loved ones, where you're just having the best time, but also it's ambitious because it's got everything that I want to achieve in my life. I am basically obsessed with my vision board. So it is safe to say that I am very emotionally connected to my vision and what it is that I'm working towards. So the next step was to take my vision and have that help me to come up with my goals for the 12-week year that I'm doing. And I looked at my vision, and there's a lot of things on there that are dependent on my financial situation and my income. So if this 12-week year was going to have a title, I guess, it would just be making money as a creative. So that is what I'm going to be working on. So I've got some goals and then like sub goals almost, because some of them are really hard to define, but we are now going to get into the goals that I'm actually going to be working on for this 12-week year. So the first area that we are going to be working on is YouTube. So I've been talking about wanting to get this channel monetized for so long, and I just look back at simple little Mahsa who sat and watched YouTube videos about how people became monetized in like a month, 2 months, 6 months even. And I was like, yeah, this is great, I can do that. And here we are 2.5 to 3 years later, and we are not monetized. But that is all going to change. So I've tried to make these goals as smart as I possibly could. If you aren't familiar with SMART goals, it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So by the 12th of April, which is when my 12-week year is going to end, it began yesterday. So you're not even seeing this before I started. So it began yesterday, which was the 22nd of January, I believe. So it ends on the 14th of April. And by the end date, we are going to have at least 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we will have at least 4,000 watch hours on YouTube, which, if you didn't know, is the criteria for getting monetized. The next area that we're going to be working on is my business, which is Moonchild by Mahsa, and I've done loads of videos about it. It started out as a wax melt business, and then last year around September, October time, I changed it from wax melts to polymer clay creations, and I am loving it. So the aim of this goal is to grow that business. I know I just said you should make your goals smart, but this is sort of less smart. So the goal is grow the business, and we're going to try and do that in a few different ways. So we've got social media. The goal is to get the Instagram followers up to 500. I think we are on 280 something at the minute, so that's a bit of a push, but it should be doable. We want to get our TikTok followers also up to 500, which is a much bigger push because I currently, I think, only have like 40. So, you know, if you want to go and follow me on anything, the links are below. I also want to increase my website sales because since switching over to polymer clay, I've sort of been neglecting my website, to be quite honest. So sales are non-existent. I want to get it to a place where I can have at least a few sales every week. So my goal is to have 50 sales from the website by the end of the 12-week year, which works out at roughly 4 or 5 per week, which should be doable. It might not necessarily be doable at the beginning of the 12-week year, but as I build the social medias and I'm working more on the website and the products, then I think we can hit the 50 sales mark. And I also loved doing the markets that I did at Christmas so much that I want to make sure that during this 12-week year, I do at least one market. And the third sort of thing that we're going to be working on is less goals and more just my little aim of setting myself up financially for the rest of the actual year and for going forward into trying to achieve the vision that I have. So we are going to be putting some money aside into different accounts and paying off some debt and paying off some credit cards. And I think that is about it. So once you've got your main goals, then you need to come up with tactics, which are just literally ways that you are going to be achieving these goals. So for getting monetized on YouTube, I'm going to be posting at least 2 videos a week, and I'm also going to try and experiment with YouTube Shorts, but that might not happen for a couple of weeks until, you know, I sum up the courage to try it out, because I don't know how well that's going to go. They are the only 2 things that we're going to have for YouTube. Small business stuff, so the Moonchild by Mahsa tactics. For the social media side, it's going to be post at least 1 reel and 1 picture to Instagram per week, and to post twice onto TikTok each week. I'm a bit scared of doing the whole TikTok thing, so it might be a little slow to get started with again, but we're gonna try it out and see how we get on. So like I said, I wanted to get the 50 sales by the end of the 12-week year, but that isn't something that is necessarily in my control. I can do everything else, but I can't make people buy my products. So the things that I can control are what my tactics are, and that is to clean up and tidy the website, do a stock take, make sure everything is sorted and easy to use on the website. I also want to work on my photography. I feel like when I was doing the wax melts, I sort of figured out what was working for me and I stuck with it. With the moonlings and with the polymer clay things, I am struggling to try and take good photos of the products. So I really need to spend some time and really work on that, because they are so cute in person, but trying to get them to look cute online is a whole challenge. Don't know why, but we need to work on it. And also the social media aspect, so the building up the social medias, is hopefully going to be helping with getting the sales as well. The last thing is what I think is potentially one of the most important parts of the 12-week year, and that is to have weekly check-ins with yourself and try and do them with other people who are doing it. And if not, do what I'm doing. I'm using the internet to hold me accountable, because nothing says accountability like strangers on the internet telling you that you're not achieving your goals. So what I will be doing is doing weekly check-ins, and I will show you guys what I achieved, what I didn't, what the plans are for the week ahead, and I will be doing a full check-in with you that way. So let's head on over to my laptop, where I will show you the fabulous new spreadsheet that I've purchased, and it is broken down monthly, and also you've got weekly to-do lists, and basically I think it works really well for doing the 12-week year. So I'm going to show you how I've put in the tactics that I have into the weekly planner, and I really like it, and I think it's really cute, and it's going to be really useful. So let's head to the laptop. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet. So first of all, I'm sort of a little bit upset at the little quotes that you get on the side, because you get adorable monthly quotes, and January's is a little progress each day adds up to big results, which I really like. So what I've actually gone and done is sort of add up my weekly goals. In fact, let's go down to the weekly goals. For some reason, we're going to do this entire spreadsheet backwards, but that's fine. So week 4 in January is where we are currently at. So I've got all the things that I need to achieve written down in the weekly section. So you can see last week I had do tax return and pay and book one market for Q1, both of which I succeeded in doing. And if anyone still hasn't done your tax return, go and do it now. So I have actually booked one market, and that is going to be a Valentine's market, which I'm so excited about, but it's so soon and I have so much work to do. Not the point. So you can see that we've got week 3, and week 4 is the week that we're currently in. And I've got close credit card, which is a card that I no longer use. So we're going to be closing that. So it's not even an option anymore, which I'm so happy that I can do. I want to do a whole office reset and do a big clean so I can get back to doing work, which would be amazing. I'm gonna do a big cleanup of the website and do a stock take and make sure everything on the website is all good to go. We're gonna be working on a new product launch, hopefully before Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna make it too Valentine's Day because I really want to get some like normal everyday products that people can have, because I love the moonlings, and we went really hard on the seasonal moonlings before the new year, but I want people to have the option of having the moonlings that they can have out all year round, which a lot of people seem to want. So we're going to be working on that. And then we are going to be posting at least 2 videos to YouTube this week, and I've done them separately just because it's easier to tick off, and I like being able to tick things off my list. And we're going to post a reel to the Instagram for the business, a picture to the Instagram for the business, and hopefully post a TikTok? Question mark. And also finance-wise, I have put £50 towards the Help to Buy ISA. I've paid £12.50 off the credit card, and these are going to be weekly things that I'm going to be paying off, and then put £15 towards paying off the debt that I have. So all those have been ticked off. So business goals is everything that I have to do with my business. So the Moonchild by Mahsa stuff. So posting to Instagram and TikTok and working on new products and all that kind of stuff. And then in career, I have YouTube and all my acting things. So posting 2 videos to YouTube for the week, well, for the rest of this month. And then I need to research headshot photography, so that really needs to happen because I need new headshots. But I love the spreadsheet because it then gives you a full breakdown of all your goals, like how many goals you've set versus how many goals you've achieved. And it comes with like, of the goals you've achieved, how were they spread out, which I love. You also get a very, very handy habit tracker down here. And I've just filled it out with a few things that I want to keep track of this month, but again, we've only just started this, so won't really get into the flow of things until next month. But we've started it and we're going to try it out. There's also a little area where you can do your monthly to-do lists, and then you can also track how many habits you've actually achieved in a single day down here. And then at the end of the month, you can do your monthly reflections and gratitudes and all of that good stuff, which I love. I think this is going to be super handy, and I really enjoy having it just on my laptop so I can pull it up whenever I want to. I can have access to it on my phone, on any other digital things. So I think I'm gonna really love this little spreadsheet. I'll have it linked down below for you guys if anyone wants to try it out or look at it or whatever. I'll have it linked down below, and yeah, I'm really excited about using the spreadsheet. So that is the current plan for my 12-week year. They're my goals, it's the vision, it's the whole thing that I'm going to be working towards. I'm really excited to be trying out this new way of goal setting. It is such a short amount of time that it's basically going to be impossible for me to forget that I am doing these goals. So hopefully we should achieve all of them, if not most of them. And I am really excited about that. Like I said, I'll do the weekly check-ins and do the videos telling you how the week went. So you've got that to look forward to. But thank you so much again for watching the video. If you are interested in the spreadsheet that I'm using, then I'll have it linked down below. And I'll also have the book linked down below in case anyone wants to buy the actual book itself. But thank you again for watching this video and coming on this journey with me. I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big ol' thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute world to me, and it would help me to finally get monetized, which is one of the major goals. And in the comments below, let me know how you like to set goals and whether or not you've tried this technique and how it went. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye!